want to take a few minutes, share with you a little bit about the music of the show, some of the evolutions like Tim said, and come back just a little bit of the specifics about the Icarian Act. First and foremost, our composer. His name is Benoit Jutras. If you recognize that name, it's because he's kind of a legend here at Cirque du Soleil. If you've ever seen O or Mystère or Orlando's very own La Nuba, he was the creative force behind that. I like to say that he has this incredible ability to hear what something looks like. I've never met anybody who can do it quite like he does. The approach to this show, of course, given that we have a marriage between Cirque du Soleil and Disney, is to be very cinematic, almost film score-esque in the music, while still keeping the character of both Cirque du Soleil and Disney. You'll notice that throughout his original score, you'll hear little snippets of Disney music. They kind of, take us back to our childhood, right? And help with that emotional impact and the journey of the show that Julie is taking, right? You can almost close your eyes and hear the story just through the music. In order to bring this film score to life, it takes a lot of people. We have a live band, some of whom you see on stage, some of whom are backstage, in conjunction with our fantastic audio team. And as Tim mentioned, we have a lot of moving parts and pieces, so all of the technical elements come to support that, especially with the audio team in terms of the band. We cover a lot of varying instruments, from strings, guitars, percussion, various drums. We have a vocalist, of course, keyboards, and an assortment of woodwinds as well. In terms of what we do, like Tim was saying, we do live film scoring. So we know how the movie's supposed to go, but the movie doesn't always go that way, right? It's a live performance. So our job is to adapt on the fly and do our best to make that music fit the visual image. In terms of some of the more recent evolutions to the show, we made a lot of orchestration changes. Benoit's made some pretty minor tweaks, and in some other areas, some pretty significant ones. Obviously, we have a whole brand new song in the show. Coming up, you're going to hear Dream of Colors. That has a little bit of orchestration tweaking, as well as a whole new section inserted to accommodate our fantastic aerial artists. I guess back to the Icarian Act specifically. One of the things that makes this song pretty unique in our show is that it's a return to a more traditional Cirque du Soleil sound. It's very eclectic, very world music, very ethnic. It also features our vocalist as a lead singer, which is something that the rest of the show does not do. Benoit originally made the choice to utilize the voice as another instrumental texture in the show. In the case of Icarian Games, she's the featured vocalist on it. And in addition to that, our very own Steffi Ledbetter, who is our fantastic singer, she's responsible for writing the lyrics to the song. She spent a lot of time very thoughtfully researching the native language of our Ethiopian friends, and she wound up, how do I describe this? She found words that spoke to her and that were meaningful to her, and then took the different phonetic elements and recombined them into sort of a gibberish-like invented language that Cirque du Soleil is famous for. And the lyrics she sings are actual lyrics and words, that are based on our Ethiopian friends' native tongue. I guess that's kind of about it for now. We'll have time for questions later.